What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV, man. And first, congratulations to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They won the Super Bowl by a score of 31-9. And look, y'all, this score shocked the hell out of me. I thought this was going to be a high-scoring occasion on both ends. I thought this game could go into the 40s and become a near shootout, like the remember the Philadelphia Eagles and New England Patriots Super Bowl that one year. I thought it was going to be a shootout similar to that, right? But unfortunately, it was not, right? While the Kansas City Chiefs amassed 350 yards, 10 more yards than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, this game was not even close. It was never close, and those yards were meaningless yards. Y'all, Pat Mahomes was running for his life the entire night. The entire night. Pat Mahomes only got sacked 3 times tonight, but I promise y'all, it felt like he got sacked 8 to 9 times throughout this entire game. That's how much pressure was on his ass all night. And I love Pat Mahomes. One of my favorite quarterback to watch. I love watching Tom Brady as well. But Pat is the new youthful guy. He's been a guy that he has had probably the greatest start to his career I've ever seen of any quarterback during my time, right? But tonight it was just not his night. Kansas City's offensive line was getting worked, getting smoked. Getting shellacked all night, and they had no response for it at all. Tampa Bay's front seven is absolutely ridiculous, and they gave Pat hell. I never, ever in my life seen Pat Mahomes look like that. I never seen him look under that much duress. Like, he looked like he was stressed out. Tampa Bay came out and they hit Kansas City in the mouth on both sides of the ball. Came out hitting them in the mouth, and Kansas City got flustered. They got rattled, and they really didn't know how to respond. And I'm watching Tyrann Mathieu get into it with Tom Brady. They going back and forth, and I'm like, damn, these boys really getting flustered out here. Of course, you have the gamesmanship or whatever, but I'm looking like, no, man. Tyrann Mathieu and them getting flustered. They looking like they don't know what's going on out here, and it's looking bad for them. Again, Pat was on lockdown. They had my boy on 26 in California. Y'all know that's the Cook County Jail out here in Chicago, Illinois. Had him locked up. They won't let him out. It was tough. It was tough. And Todd Bowles, the defensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he need a raise ASAP. Or get him a head coaching job somewhere, especially in a league where a lot of black coaches aren't even considered for these head coaching positions. They're simply just interviewed for the Rooney Rule. Todd Bowles, you need to put some respect on Todd Bowles' name. For real, man. Like, this defense was spectacular. Spectacular, man. And I'm looking like, oh my God. Like, it was getting better every play, every drive. I'm looking like, these dudes don't quit. They don't quit. And unfortunately, Pat, one of my favorite young guys to watch, he couldn't respond to it, man. They couldn't respond to it. It was way too much, man. It kind of reminded me of the same way Cam Newton was when Von Miller and them was on Cam's ass that night, like, it kind of reminded me of that, for real. It looked like that, and I was rooting for Cam and the Panthers to win that Super Bowl. But Von Miller and that Denver Broncos defense was not playing with him. Same situation tonight with Pat Mahomes and Pat Mahomes facing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, for real, man. And I'm looking at this game. Going into this game, I'm knowing that Tom Brady is 43 years old, right? You never can bet against Tom Brady. Like, that's my favorite that's been one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch my entire time since watching football. Pat is my favorite young guy out here doing it right now, right? But been a fan of Tom Brady's career for a long time. The man wins his 7th, I repeat, his 7th Super Bowl. Who the hell does that, man? That is like, I don't know, man. That's something that you see on a video game. You don't see that in real time. It's hard as hell to get to 1 Super Bowl. Tom has been to 10 and won 7. He only lost twice to the New York Jets. Hell no. He only lost twice to the New York Giants and once to the Philadelphia Eagles when he was in a shootout with what's the boy play for the Bears now? Nick Foles, right? But man, to have that type of achievement on your record, man, Tom Brady is not only the greatest quarterback to play the game, but the man is the best football player to ever play the game as well, man. Like, his resume speaks for itself. It's outstanding. And at 43 years old, for him to take this franchise to the Super Bowl during his first year there, it says something about who he is as a player and the type of magic and mojo that he brings to a team. Now, of course, they had weapons already in place there. You know, you got Mike Evans, like Cameron Brate, Rob Gronkowski came over there, who was also Tom Brady's security blanket. That's his boy right there, right? But you know, it just, I mean, you got Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones, all of that. But you still needed a quarterback to win you games. You still needed a quarterback to keep you in games and not lose you the games. In previous years, what's my boy name? Jameis Winston, he would make a big play and then just throw the game away with terrible interceptions. Throwing the ball away, throwing pick sixes like it wasn't nothing. Tom Brady controlled the football. You know what I mean? He held on to the football and then turned the ball over, which led to them winning a nice amount of games. They started off with 7-5, and after that, Tom Brady and them was on a roll. They hit it in stride, and they didn't lose going forward. You know, and you got to respect the guy who is that accomplished. And every time that dude gets into the big game, it's almost damn near a guarantee he's going to win. He's, what, 70% in Super Bowls, man. You got to respect that. Got his fifth MVP, fifth Super Bowl MVP. And I'm going to say this too, man. I really wish that defense can share that MVP trophy, man. You got to get that defense that MVP trophy too, man. That was ridiculous. Tom Brady played great, you know what I'm saying? But really, man, I'm looking at the Buccaneers defense. I keep talking about it because it's vaunted. Like, I'm like, damn, man, it is so many different guys out there just making things happen. And I'm like, Shaq Beard, all them. I'm like, come on, fam. This is like, man, Kansas City didn't stand a chance. They didn't stand a chance all night, man. And big so salute to Tampa Bay, man. It's good to see them win because this is a franchise that has been known for a while as like a losing franchise. They haven't won since what, 02 with Warren Sapp and them, Rondé Barber and them guys over there or whatever. But big shout out to Tampa Bay, man. Big shout out to Tampa Bay. I know their franchise is excited. Bruce Arians, you know, got his Super Bowl win. It definitely means a lot for that franchise, man. But I'm just still like in shock at what I saw tonight. Like, Kansas City got their ass whooped, man. I don't need to sugarcoat it or nothing. They got beat up on. They really got beat up on tonight, and you gotta give credit where credit is due. Gotta give credit where credit is due, man. But yeah, man. I'm just like, wow, Tom Brady, 43 years old and still playing like this. How much longer do y'all think he gonna play? Do y'all think he gonna play, what, another 3 more years? How long you gonna think? You think he gonna play into his 50s? Do you think he got that in him? What do y'all think? He had 1 more year left? What you think, man? And shout out to Gronk, too. Gronk had 2 TDs tonight and was running in stride after the catch. I'm like, look at Gronk looking agile and youthful. These boys came off, Gronk came off retirement and came in here and out here and had a solid year. You know what I mean? And shout out to the running game. The running game from Tampa Bay. They couldn't, Kansas City was having trouble with Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette, man. And again, they punched Kansas City in the mouth on both sides of the ball. And that matters, man. And that was really that matters. They jumped on them. And I love the mindset of Bruce Arians. You remember in that drive at the beginning of the game, first quarter? They got down near the end zone, and it was like fourth. Was it fourth? I forgot. Was it fourth? What was it? Right? But anyway, Bruce Arians went for it. He went for it, you know, and of course they didn't. Ronald Jones couldn't break into the plane. I'm sorry, so he didn't get the touchdown, right? But for Bruce Arians to go for it, knowing, look, in that game against a high-powered offense like Kansas City, you got to play to win. You can't play it safe. Try to score touchdowns. And I love a coach with that type of mindset. We got to play to win. We can't play not to lose. And I think having that type of coach, too, helped them this whole entire season. They got a coach who's a gamer, who's not timid. That matters, man. And, yeah, man, shout out to Tampa Bay. Because, golly, I'm on the phone with my pops, and we looking like, damn, I didn't think it was going to be like this. I thought it was going to be a shootout. For real, man. And, but it wasn't. Mahomes only got sacked 3 times again, but I promise y'all, it felt like it was 8 or 9 times how much pressure he was under. I mean, had my boy out there running around, throwing the ball into the ground. His passes was short, all of that. And I'm like, wow, this don't even look like the same Pat Mahomes is throwing the no-look passes, all type of crazy, pretty passes. he was under duress, and it reminded me of Cam Newton when he was playing the Denver Broncos, for real, man. But nonetheless, man, congrats. Tampa Bay wins 31-9. Let's see what happens next season. Can Tampa Bay run it back? How many players they bringing back? A lot of guys got them a ring. Antonio Brown has his nice redemption story. Tom Brady has his redemption story, proven to his former coach Bill Belichick that, hey, he was the straw that started the drink, and he can get it done anywhere he goes. Gronk came out of retirement after he retired due to the fact that New England was about to trade him. He said hell no and retired, and now he won him a ring. LaShawn McCoy, who was buried in a running back depth chart, I forgot he was on the squad. He get him a ring. Ndamukong Suh, so on and so forth, man. So you know, I was entertained. You know, I didn't have a dog in the race. The Chicago Bears are not in the damn Super Bowl at all. Unfortunately, for all these since 2006. But I'm a fan of great football. So I watched some great football from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I'm a fan of greatness. Tom Brady, been great for forever. Greatest quarterback to ever play the game. Greatest football player to play the game. His resume speaks for itself. 7 Super Bowl wins, bro. He went to 10. You know how hard it is to get to 1, bro. People get to 1 and don't never go back. So it just speaks to how great he is as a player and the greatness that he brings to the teams that he's on. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out, y'all. Peace.